Writer PH Studios.
Naging reaction ni Ian na about this headlining online spot with you?
Oh, he was a bit apprehensive, of course. Basically because he doesn't really like to be associated with me. Not in that way, but as you know, as a career path, I guess. And I don't blame him because, of course, he wants to carve his own, path and not be compared to me. But he, I, he also is very, very excited then because matagal na silang hindi nakakatugtog live, and any chance he gets, I'm pretty sure it's more of excitement than apprehension.
Then, ilang hours po ba yung magiging takbo or duration ng show?
Well, we don't want to keep people on their seats for far too long. It's still going to be parang the live experience where I guess 2 hours is enough of music, diba? So somewhere along those lines, 2 hours.
I see. Thank you so much, Ellie, and good luck sa upcoming concert niya.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kevin. Next question will be coming from Sir Jojo Panaligan.
Hello.
Go ahead, sir.
Hi, Ellie. Can you hear me?
Yes, hi Jojo.
Hi, Ellie. Ellie, I find it funny na ang pangalan ng banda mo, Nobody's Home When Everybody's Home. So tell me about
Yeah,
the
that
band.
is ironic.
Tell me about the band and what you'll do dun sa concert with them.
Oh, I'd like to clarify that. I'm not performing with Nobody's Home.
okay.
They will have a separate set. Para silang front act actually sa show.
Okay.
I'll be performing with my own backup band, which consists of Pat Sarabia, Audrey Dionisio, Carissa Ramos, and the great legendary guitar player and my idol, si Nitoy Adriano. They've been my backup band for solo shows for siguro mga 5-6 years na. So they'll be joining me.
Buti na lang niliwanag mo because that would be big news kung may bagong band ka na pala. Akala ko, may bago na. Anyway, kanina binanggit mo in passing lang na, yun nga, it took you a while to mount a concert during the pandemic kasi nga, there were things you had to adjust to, like yung mental health and all that. You think later, when we go back to the next normal, you'll write about your personal pandemic song? Or will that be too painful for you? Or what do you think?
I'm sorry, would I write?
Would you write
about
about your experiences during the pandemic?
Experiences.
Oo.
Yeah, that could be a song worth writing about. But the only song I wrote during the pandemic was actually Metro. And after that, I hadn't been writing because I'm busy with the business, the record label, After Music. I'm busy producing other music for up and coming artists. But yeah, siguro I could write about the pandemic. There's so much to unpack from the past year. So there's a lot of ideas there.
Tama. How did you change as an artist? Kasi nagpahinga ka as a concert artist and now you're at it again. Did you notice anything about your artistry?
Oh, my artistry. I'd like to say that I've matured a lot as an artist, I know everyone says that, but I think I have also. There was a lot of growing up uh, during the pandemic, and I've examined my sorry, I've examined myself every day, and as an individual and as a person, and being a songwriter and being an artist, that parang manifests in whatever I do, whether it's writing a song or taking care of business. So yeah, I think I have grown.
I'm sure. Are you prepared to perform na wala halos tao, if at all? Kasi alam ko na,
Ah,
yeah, 'di ba?
yeah. I mean, sanay naman ako doon eh. There was a time back in the day when we only had like two people watching us back in the day when the Eraserheads were still, a struggling band playing in Club Dread in Quezon City, and we only had two audience members. So yeah, that's not a new thing for me.
Tama.
So yeah, I don't mind. Sometimes you can just get lost in the music and don't even care if there's someone listening. I practice guitar all the time at home and sing in the shower with no audience. Yeah, you enjoy
Tama.
making music just for yourself.
Because some artists or performers say, "Oh, I feed from the audience's energy, so I can't do that," or it would.
Yeah,
Pero at least ikaw,
that's
you can
true.
also, 'di ba? You can also do it na.
Yeah, I can do it both ways. I can do it without anyone looking, and I can also do it with 200,000 people looking. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference to me.
Two more questions. You'd be singing Eraserhead songs through the years ba? What is your approach or attitude whenever you go back to that time and bring it to the now? Are you prone to find a new angle to the song, or are you prone to, since it's so loved na it would be almost irreverent to do that?
That's a good question. I'm prone to do the latter. I don't think any musician has ever not played around with their songs live, especially if they've been playing that song like for 1,000 times already. And that's me. I mean, I've played. I don't know how many times I've played Piling El Bimbo or Parico. Or you just have to uh, again make it enjoyable for yourself also. Otherwise, it will reflect on your performance. So even though as an audience member, as a fan of other artists, I prefer those artists to not mess around with the arrangements, and I want it to be alam mo na placado and all that,
Uh,
because uh that's what you enjoy from the music.
right.
As an artist, I can't do that. I have to play around with the music, especially if it's El Bimbo or La Paap. But I'm hoping, of course, that the audience will like those new versions, and I take care to put myself in the audience perspective whenever I make a new arrangement out of the song.
Tama. My last question, is there an Eraserhead song that you wrote that now when you think about it, it's something that you could have written as an advice for your son now? Maybe about life,
An
maybe about
advice?
love, yeah. That you might as well have written for him in mind.
Mm, The only song I wrote for him in mind was "Wag Kang Matakot,"
Oh, wow.
and that's not really like an advice kind of song, or it's just like dedicated to him. But I'm not. I don't like giving advice basically
Ganun ba?
because I have so much to learn myself that I'd rather take advice than give advice, even to my sons. My son pala.
Oo. Thanks, Ellie. Good luck sa concert. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much, Jojo. Now it's time to get the question from Humility Javier of starcinema.com. Go, Humility.
Hi, Sir Ellie. So you mentioned kanina that you have many ideas for the future, or you want to work with up and coming artists, produce new music. Can you give us a sneak peek into that? Can you mention any particular names or specific ideas that you have that we haven't heard from you before?
Well, there will be like new songs in the future from me, but my idea is basically to um, take it really slow, like don't rush it, make it parang just state a bit and make it grow organically. So you probably won't be hearing an album from me, although I have ideas na in my head, like melodies and lyrics and what the sound of the album is going to be. But right now it's still parang ano pa lang, like in the planning stage pa lang. There really isn't uh, stuff being recorded at all. Not even whole songs. But yeah, that's one part of it that came out of the pandemic. And like I said, I'm pretty busy with with offshore music, the record label, and sort of guiding artists who I think have potential and who I can relate to musically as well as emotionally. Uh, and most of their output is already out on Spotify. So if you want an idea of what I've been doing, just check out artists like Anamori, Suspiria Pink, which is a punk band. Anamori is the Japanese, half Japanese, half Filipina pop artist that we have, uh, and so on and so forth.
Besides preparing for the concert, what have you been busy with during the pandemic?
Um a lot, really. Personal for my personal, I guess, growth. I've been taking lessons, like musical lessons, guitar lessons. I've been busy with my home studio, trying to um, upgrade it and turn it into a real world class professional studio. I've been taking Japanese lessons. I'm planning to take up martial arts. There's really so much you can do with all this time. So I've been really trying to keep myself busy.
And last year, what's your message to your fans who've been waiting for this concert? Especially that it's a new setup, so it's something that you haven't experienced before, and also them. So it's like, what's your message?
I just hope that the music still translates in this new medium, like online shows. I know it won't replace live gigs, and I hope to see the fans again in the future pag ano na, pag pwede na lumabas and play live again.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
All right, thank you, Humility.
Thank
Before we
you.
move to our next question, we would like to acknowledge and welcome to the room Sir Alan Policarpio from the Philippine Daily Inquirer. Sir Alan, if you have any questions, just let us know. But now we have actually a follow-up question from Miss Leah Salterio. Miss Leah.
Sorry, Ellie. This is just an additional question based on his answer.
Sure. Yeah.
You mentioned names of artists. Are you helping them out to make it in the music scene, or are you managing them or something?
Actually, yeah. Both of those artists that I mentioned are being managed by my record label. So it's all of the above. Yeah, we guide them and sort of mentor them, trying to teach them the way.
And
The way
when
we know how. Yeah.
yes, when you mentioned before that you're used to performing without an audience before, when you were still performing at Club Jet, there were still no hits yet of Eraserheads at the time.
I think we already wrote a couple of songs that
All right.
were sort of parang parang popular in UP among our among our friends lang.
But no recording yet at the time.
Wala pa. We were just starting out.
All right.
Club
Because
play.
the recording was parang instantly hits, yeah. Hits naman talaga, di ba? So, meron lang audience after that.
Yeah, after that, when we were signed na to BMG, may audience.
Yes, I remember you were launching somewhere in Makati, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks, Ed. That's
Thank you.
additional questions pa lang yun. Thanks.
Thank you,
All
Miss
right.
Leah. Now we'll have Sir Alan Policarpio if you're ready with your question.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sorry sa mga alaga. Pero,
Okay lang.
na-mention mo, you've been studying a lot of things. Just how important is it for you na, aside from music, meron ka rin ibang creative na pinagkakabalaan?
Oh, yeah. Yung business nga is one thing that I'm really trying to learn. Not just the financial side, but the administrative side. It's a really serious thing for me right now, because I think business is kind of what makes people adults, like learning to deal with money and trying to be professional, stuff like that, and trying to attend meetings on time. I think helps you grow as a person. And there are other creative endeavors that I'm still trying to get into, like again, movie filmmaking, script writing. I've done a couple of scripts during the pandemic, and I'm just getting into martial arts right now, and parang delving deeper into guitar playing, which I haven't really done before, even though I've played the guitar for like for decades right now. And I just think there's always room for improvement in whatever you do.
Pero when you, sir, parang hit a creative, parang as a rut or parang medyo may block, how do you deal with that?
It's hard when you when you experience something like that, kasi unang-una, you have to know that you're in a rut. Sometimes kasi you think you're doing okay sa paningin mo, and that's hard to hello. Yeah, that's hard to deal with because you don't even know what's wrong with you. That's happened to me before sa E-Heads when I thought I was writing really good songs, and then after a few years you parang think, oh shit, why did I write this song? What was I thinking? So now parang I try to have like a list of things that I know will lead to bad decisions in everything, like parang red flags in my creative process. And I also parang educate myself hanggang ngayon sa whatever good music is supposed to be right now, or whatever good books are, whatever good films are. Yeah, you always have to parang keep up with the times. Eh. That's how you parang deal with not creating something or not being in a rut.
Pero that's something that through the years parang you've gotten better at dealing with, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Parang wala na yung time na I regret anything I've done musically. So that also has to do with taking my time and not being forced to do something that I didn't want to do in the first place.
And regarding naman sir sa mga online shows, do you think this will be a part of the scene na talaga, or parang the business na kahit maybe tapos na yung pandemic or maging okay lang?
I don't think magtatagal yung itong online thing na to, kasi nga nobody wants it in the first place, especially sa live music or sa music in general. People want to go out, people want to experience music as it was meant to be heard live. And sa ibang bansa kasi it's all back to normal. Like yung US, they have festivals already over there. Parang I think next year hopefully tayo rin magiging ganun na, as long as there are things in place na will make sure that we curb this this pandemic in the country.
Pero when you were doing these types of show, saan kayo humuhugot ng energy? Parang kasi di ba pag sa live, it's very give and take or very spontaneous yung mga nangyayari. So pag ganitong setting, how does it go for you?
Like I said, you just have to make it interesting for yourself. There's a lot of ways you can do it. Like I like improvising. Even though may rehearsals na, and everyone has to know what's coming. Like all the band members have to know what's coming. I like to keep my band on their toes. I like to improvise lyrics. I like to improvise arrangements, just to keep it interesting and new for myself and for them also, and for the audience.